I've been playing basketball ever since I was about 5 years old. My dad got me into it really early. Even when I was a baby, I had like a basketball in my crib. So I just come from a basketball family, and that was just something I always loved to do as a kid. And it was something when I started off, it was just like a hobby, and then I saw that I was pretty good at it, kept doing it, and that just kind of led me to where I'm at now. My greatest accomplishment in basketball, winning the state championship in high school, just because it brought the whole city together, and it brings a lot of joy to like you, your teammates, your family, the whole entire city, and especially at the time in my city, it was like a lot of negativity going on. So to just bring people together for something positive rather than something negative was probably the best thing that basketball did for me. So normally before we have practice, I try to get to practice about 30 to 45 minutes before practice, stay about 30 or 45 minutes after practice. I always make sure I get a lot of free throws in. I'll normally try to make at least 20 in a row before I switch. And during practice, when we get a water break, I always make sure to make a few in a row before I go actually get some water. So there's a lot of repetition. My weaknesses on the court, I try not to view myself as having many weaknesses, but I try to just continue working hard on every aspect of my game to make each area of my game as strong as the next. Off the court, I think that I'm a perfectionist, so sometimes I overanalyze things or overdo things and just try to make it as good as it can be. So sometimes I may make things harder than it has to be, so I would think that's probably my biggest weakness. Outside of basketball, I love music. I like to write music. I like hanging out with my friends, playing video games, and when the weather's nice, I like to go swimming. My favorite artist is Drake and J. Cole. I like music that you actually have to listen to it, not necessarily music where you just bob your head to it the whole time. I like music that makes you like feel a way, or that you can kind of relate to, vibe to in a sense. My favorite food, chicken, by far, chicken, with hot sauce on it too. So after college, my plan is to play in the NBA and just continue my professional basketball career for as long as I can, as long as God allows me to stay healthy. And once the ball stops bouncing for me, I want to continue to stay around basketball, whether that's training at an elite level with professional players or coaching at a professional level. So something around that field, but just staying around the game of basketball. I'm afraid of spiders. And I'm afraid that I'm just always afraid of, I don't want to like look back and say that I didn't try my hardest at whatever it is that I'm doing. So if it's something I really love doing and I really want to succeed at, then I'm not afraid to fail, but I'm afraid to say that I didn't give it my all. So.